This isn't even normally what I do. We're coming at you with a rant video. That's right, your boy Leon doing a rant video. No articles, not going over anything nerdy. I'm coming at you with just some full original thoughts. Something I wouldn't normally do, a subject I wouldn't even normally cover, because we're going to talk about the Sony showcase. This isn't what Words of Paradise generally is. I would leave this to my girl Cassie. This is right up her alley, making a video about gaming, the state of gaming. Yeah, that's a cult classic Cage video written all over it. So why is Words of Paradise? Why is your boy Leon covering it? Because even as a politically motivated nerdy news channel, it was so oppressively bad, I can't help but comment on it. I've been thinking about the Sony showcase all day, and by the time you're seeing this, what will be tomorrow for me, you're probably still thinking about it. And if you thought it was a good showcase, or if you thought it was even an average showcase, you were living with the utmost cope and denial. I couldn't even believe anyone that would consider this more than, let's say, a 4 out of 10 tops. If you give this a 5 out of 10 or higher, you are deluding yourself. We're about to break down why, and I'm about to explain why the PlayStation, the Sony showcase, was an absolute joke. I made a short on this yesterday, but I'll be honest, 60 seconds, that is not enough to cover what a catastrophe this was. So let's start from the beginning. What was that initial trailer? Some CGI trailer with what looked like maybe it's a Payday clone, some sort of wannabe Saints Row, like just a bunch of bright colors, a game that clearly goes to show that live service games are still here to stay, because I guarantee you that thing will be live service, and that games are clearly being made for those that have next to no attention span. Just look at the explosions and the bright colors. It'll all be great. Guys, that's how you open a show. This is a showcase. A showcase is supposed to be like your best of the best, get people hyped, and you show off what looks like one of the most average, generic 2017 looking things you could limp to the barn with. But you know what? Whatever. It's just the first trailer, you know? It could get better. Guys, it didn't get better. But so many people talk about, but Spider-Man 2 looked so great. Oh, who gives a damn? We all knew Spider-Man 2 would be great. The first Spider-Man was great. It's gonna be more of the same, hopefully even better. One good game trailer does not justify the entire showcase being worth it. They could have dropped just that one trailer on YouTube. It would have generated just as much, maybe if not more hype than having it at the back end of this showcase. Because really, putting Spider-Man at the end of this showcase did nothing but show how awful and bland the entire rest of the showcase was. If you put that Spider-Man 2 trailer on YouTube alone and just let fans buzz about that, you would probably get video after video of praise and positivity. But no, now you're going to get bombarded with videos like mine, because I guarantee you I'm not the only one who's going to be making a video like this talking about the abject failure that was the Sony showcase. Okay, yeah, back cap your showcase with one of the few things that we, again, know is good and know is on the horizon. You didn't have to, don't get me wrong, am I glad to have seen Spider-Man? Yeah, but since I already knew it was coming, it didn't exactly wow me. I wasn't even emotionally invested because I was so emotionally drained by the end of it. I mean, you were throwing movie trailers in there. It's a video game showcase and you're throwing a movie trailer in there? What, did Mario at the box office making $1 billion make Sony think, oh no, people want to see video game movies. Okay, let's do it. Guys, Gran Turismo, a little bit different than Super Mario Bros. That's got, you know, like 4 generations worth of love behind it. It's a mascot character. Not any video game movie is going to do those sorts of numbers. People aren't clamoring for more video game movies. They're just clamoring for more movies. But really, you throw a film trailer during your video game press conference? If you were going to open the show with anything, I already criticized how they opened the show, but if you were going to open the show with something weak, you may as well at least start with that. Maybe just sort of like an appetizer, a little amuse-bouche for the audience before you get into the actual gaming. But no, you threw it in near the end when people were already getting tired of the absolute slog that they were going to. Now, I will say, it was not all bad. There was one really good looking game, Phantom Blade Zero. That game looked absolutely stunning. It looked incredible. That was truly worthy of a next-gen game. That being said, again, it's just a trailer. We don't know that the game will actually be that good, but also, we're 3 years into the PlayStation 5. 3 years, and this is really the truly first next-gen looking game, aside from maybe Ratchet and Clank, that we're getting as a console exclusive. Like, I feel like Cult Classic Cage. I'm sorry if I'm stealing your shtick, girly. You know we're friends, but I've been thinking about this all day. It's driven me mad. I was getting into arguments in, streams with other individuals where I was just coming in and talking shit because people were talking about, oh, it wasn't that bad. What? How many levels of cope do you have to have? Not that bad. Can you list off 5 games that weren't, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy, or Dragon's Dogma? Name the other, 5 other games that I haven't talked about so far. It was all filler crap. What, a bunch of games about freaking kitty cats, and then there was that one with the black chick and the dead white wolf that, again, didn't even show any gameplay. It was just like a really low-budget Chinese anime look. It looked like it would have been maybe a high-budget webtoon in 2016. What game is that? Who's asking for that? Who asked for Cats of the Caribbean? That game could be cool, like, on a cell phone or a Nintendo DS, but that's what you bring into your PS5 showcase? Really? Cats of the Caribbean? Guys, gaming, I've been saying for years, has been dying. And finally, maybe some of you are waking up to it, because I've been throwing this fit about the modern state of gaming for years. Gaming does not have the same magic to it that, it used to. Video gaming as a medium seems to be going the Disney Star Wars route of, well, let's just shovel as much as we can out there. Maybe some stuff will stick, get rid of all the edge, and, just pander to everyone as much as we can to make some money. There's no real heart to gaming anymore. I mean, I knew once Shinji Mikami decided to announce his retirement, I guess he hasn't officially announced it, but that's what we all think is going on. Once Shinji Mikami was like, yeah, I think I'm out, I was like, yeah, no, gaming's dead. He was like one of the last great masterminds. And for all you guys talking about Kojima, whatever, Kojima's overrated. Point is, this was not a showcase. Do you guys know what a showcase is? Like the idea of a showcase is to bring your best so you can get folks excited to buy products. What products were shown that were worth buying? Well, Final Fantasy 16 looks good. Yeah, no kidding. Final Fantasy 16 has looked good for like 3, 4, 5 months now, however long. We've seen multiple Final Fantasy 16 trailers, gameplay, not just cinematics. Final Fantasy 16 has looked great for years, or months, I mean. This was nothing new. We didn't get any new Final Fantasy 16 information. It was clearly there to pad time. Street Fighter looks good. Street Fighter's the same damn thing, but worse. It comes out like, what, next week? 2 weeks from now? Street Fighter 6 is literally, by the time you've seen this video, walk to the bathroom, take a piss, come back to load up another YouTube video, Street Fighter 6 will be out. You can play it. What did that need to be at the showcase? Really? No, Street Fighter 6 didn't need to be there. Final Fantasy didn't need to be there. Give me anything. What looked good here? You had that one generic Destiny-looking game with, the dudes who are fighting the bugs on that desert planet. Okay, yeah, another run-and-gun multiplayer game, but, it's not Destiny. It's similar to Destiny, but it's not. Who cares? What is this? What was offered? What got you guys excited? And not just you guys, the gamers. Sony, this question's to you. What got you excited? What made you sit there, kick back, and think, you know what? E3 season's here. We got a lot to show these folks. Did this excite you in the boardroom? Gaming has lost its edge. Frankly, I think it's lost a lot of its satisfaction towards customers. This is not just a Sony problem. We've all seen what's going on behind the scenes with things like Redfall and Jedi Survivor, games that are being shipped broken out the gate that no one is enjoying. And people, oh man, Redfall is just, PlayStation and PC haters that are talking trash on Redfall. No. No one likes Redfall. Everyone knows no one likes Redfall. For me, somebody who's a bit of a Nintendo fanboy, who's a PC gamer, who doesn't do a lot of console gaming nowadays. I mean, I used to be a huge console gamer. Nowadays, yeah, I get what I want on the PC. And frankly, you want to know what I do the most of? I play retro games because I'm so tired of modern gaming. If I want modern games, man, what was the last good modern game? Resident Evil 4, I guess, was technically a well-optimized game. I didn't like it that much. You can check out my review if you want to know why that is. But Resident Evil 4, I'm just happy that game came out finished. The creators behind Final Fantasy 16, they've stated that game will at least be coming out finished. Well, la-di frickin' da. Should we really be getting excited that, game developers are actually doing their jobs and bringing games out finished? How many of these, games that are coming out that were announced, so many of them didn't have release dates or gameplay trailers, and I actually made the claim. I made the claim to Cult Classic Cage, hey, no, cinematic trailers are fine if it's just an announcement. That's because I was living in 2007. Back then, yeah, you know what? CGI trailers were fine, because back then, gaming was in a landscape where if you just got a CGI trailer, 2 years later, you were still going to get an awesome game. I now see her point on why, CGI trailers are absolute garbage. Yeah, never mind. Just so you know, Classic Cage, if you're watching this, I bow. You were correct. Yeah. You win. CGI trailer's not good. I'm gonna recant my statement because if you're not seeing gameplay, then you don't trust these companies. Ooh, Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2. They gave us like a 30-second teaser that was all CGI, then no release date. Like, I'm just glad it wasn't a remake. Once again, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Dragon's Dogma remake. We don't need any more of those. And then, oh man, way to divide the fan base on Metal Gear. I've seen people very divided, and obviously you're not going to please everyone. That's nearly impossible, but Metal Gear, that's one of those series that, look, I'm not a major fan of myself. I've never really played the Metal Gear games, but I understand the cultural significance they have and the utmost importance and how highly gamers yield them in terms of their importance to gaming history. Wow, you got balls going to remake that, I will say, because if you thought that I had pretty harsh opinions about the Resident Evil 4 remake, really all the Resident Evil remakes, I can't wait until Kojima snobs get their hands on a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I reserve no judgment, but again, you got some pretty big balls. And then to cap it all off, like I mentioned in my short, you got Wii U trending on Twitter. That's how big of a mistake you made, Sony, with that weird little handheld hardware that you put out. You literally got a dead console from like 9 years ago trending on Twitter with people just roasting you. I mean, literally put you in the pressure cooker with some water, pop it on for 30 minutes, get it out, broil you in the oven for a little bit, roast. Like, that is exactly what happened to you, Sony, when you announced the Wii U. I was making a joke about it being a Switch. I was like, oh, it's the Sony Switch? No, apparently people are literally, it got Wii U trending. That is just sad. You are so behind the times. Once again, you're copying Nintendo. I haven't seen innovation out of PlayStation in I don't know how many years. Really, let's be honest, the only innovative company is Nintendo. You can talk about hardware being better for Sony and Microsoft. Sure, I'm not going to argue that. Obviously, they've got better graphics, things like that. But when it comes to the actual innovation and how you play games, the magical experience, everyone's been riding Nintendo's coattails, like, from the Wii and onward. Nintendo puts out the Wii, all of a sudden, oh, Xbox Connect and Nintendo Move. Like, yeah, the Wii was the highest selling console from that era. But you guys want to act like Nintendo's not even part of the war? Bro, Tears of the Kingdom sold over 10 million copies in 3 days on, like, what is it, 6-year-old hardware at this point? 2017, 16, whenever it was that it came out. I don't really want to hear about it. If you cannot beat a console that's got like 6 to 7 year old hardware, if its games are coming out and people are loving it more than what they're seeing here, you failed. No one gives a damn how good your graphics are if you have no creativity and heart in your games. What a disgusting showcase this was. But whatever, it's all good because Spider-Man 2, the game that we knew was going to be good, is looking pretty good, right? But it is what it is. I'm sure I'll get some flack for this video, but we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. Maybe there'll be some nerdy news that isn't me just flying off the handle as such an abysmal showing. Maybe I'll be over it. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to edit this video, go play some Tears of the Kingdom to relax, hit the vape a little bit, lower the blood pressure, and until then, I want to know your comments, so let me know down below. I want to hear your thoughts, or you can let me know on Twitter, where you can find me at Bolt the Word, and please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, not always about video games, sometimes about anime, movies, you name it. It's all here in the nerdosphere. We're almost at that 1,000 subscriber mark, so if you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. I'd love to see if we can get there by the end of the month. We got like 6 days left. I believe in you. If you hate Sony, or not even hate Sony, but if you hate the abysmal state of gaming in 2023 as much as your boy Leon does here, then yeah, you should subscribe. But those have been the thoughts of Words of Paradise.